Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome to the Super Chat and Donation Square Up for Friday Night Tights last week, the week before, and a real BBC. Before we get started, I want to talk about Alec Baldwin real quick because I'm not going to make a video on this. And I've got a personal rule on my channel when it comes to death. I don't really cover it because this still is a pop culture channel. Although we will get into culture overall on Friday Night Tights, it's still a pop culture channel. And yes, this is pop culture news, so I'll talk about it here on a Square Up. It's very tragic. It's the same thing that happened to Brandon Lee. Alec Baldwin fired off a blank and killed a director of photography and seriously injured a director. According to news reports, it's an accident. Now, I trust the mainstream media about as much as you do, which is not at all, but that's all I can go off of. Now, I'm seeing a lot of back and forth on Twitter. And I understand a lot of people don't like Alec Baldwin. I don't like Alec Baldwin. I don't like his behavior, and he has been abhorrent towards people. And I would say karma. This is why you need to respect karma. Now, I am not going to pile on Alec Baldwin. He is a human being going through a very tragic human experience right now that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. He's going to have to live with this for the rest of his life. A lot of people have a lot to say about this, and hey, you are free to say it, and I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm just going to tell you why I'm not going to pile on. Now, I don't make, like I said, videos about death. That's just not anything I'm going to do. But if somebody wants to do that, they are free to do it, and I'm not going to judge them for it. But you don't see a lot of people on our side of the culture war argument or just the culture war wishing death on people, but you see a lot of people on the other side wishing death on people. And this is exactly why I don't do it, because of karma. Karma is real. There is a balance to the universe. Now, it might seem like it's a little out of balance now, and it is. And I am very worried about the correction, the universal correction that is coming. That absolutely is coming. But that aside, not going to pile on Alec Baldwin, even though he's been a giant piece of shit. It's just not something. I think principles still have to matter a little bit, for me anyway. And it might be a losing strategy because when the enemy doesn't have any rules, but we do, yeah, that's not good. And I know a lot of people have abandoned that, and I don't blame them. It's a bit of a conundrum, we'll just say. But to me, principles matter. On this platform, I know it's a joke. I can hear you laughing now. Principles, YouTube, what? You'd be right. You may or may not be surprised how much bullshit there is out there. And that's why I don't get involved in it, because it just continues the bullshit. That's all it does. So that's all I've got to say. From one human being to another, I have empathy for Alec Baldwin for this, but that's pretty much where it ends. I can't say I care that much about it. I am sorry that someone lost their life. It's always tragic. I remember when it happened to Brandon Lee. It was such a bummer. And I'm forgetting the actor's name. There's an actor in 1984 who put a gun to his head with a blanket and killed himself. And he was like on an upward trajectory. And that's tragic too. There's probably going to be big changes in Hollywood over this, but I think it was just an accident. I think so, but I don't know. I know what Cernovich said, And no, we can't repeat. We can't believe the media. As far as repeating media talking points, I mean, it's hard when that's the only information we're getting. That's all I'm saying. So I hope you enjoy the Square Up. I know it's a bad transition, and we'll talk about it a little bit on Friday Night Tights, but I think there's other stuff we're going to talk about concerning Friday Night Tights. All right, not the smoothest transition in the world, but let's get into the Super Chat and Donation Square Up. Thanks for being here. All right. Welcome to the Super Chat Square Up. And we're going to start out with last Friday, which was an early show because we had to bug out for Timcast IRL, which you can see that episode. It's up on the Timcast IRL site. He also broke it down and put me on the thumbnail of videos, which was surreal and weird and cool. And after a few questions, I'll tell you about the whole experience. George Molo for $100. George! Doing this by myself feels really weird. Remember that $600 invasive monitoring from the Phoebes was originally in Obamacare. Yes, conservatives ripped it out when they won midterms. Brandon put it back in now, tells you who is actually running government. Go cash, go crypto. Hail! Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. Brandon isn't going to make it to a second term. I mean, let's be real. And if we have a fair and honest election, I think it might be a bit of a little bloodbath. If there's something to offer, George, as you know, I'm an independent, but I'm basically pretty close to what RIPA is. I don't mind some laws. I don't mind some taxation. I like roads. I like firefighters getting paid and police and law and order. But I long for the days where if I want to buy a plot of land, I can just like shake a dude's hand or a lady's hand and buy it. But that's just not the way things are. I mean, what is it? Most houses, I forgot what the percentage was, are bought with loans, which is fine. That's what I needed. But back in the day, it used to be write a check. My grandpappy, when he bought his little home in La Jolla, just wrote a check for I think it was like $6,000 or something like that. It's something ridiculous. And my mom sold the house in 97 for like $1.5 million. Caligula for $10. About all of the COOF restrictions, go look at the news coverage during the Spanish flu. Lots of it specifically says to avoid panic and worry as part of the strategy to overcome it. Total opposite of that today. Well, yeah, and part of that, Caligula, was there was no mass media and how do you control the people? Well, people were spread out. There was just no way to do it. And quite frankly, they handled the Spanish flu better than we did back then. But again, back then, it was a different country. If you wanted to have a business, you just built the building and started selling your stuff. Finrod for $4.57. Finally watching live because I'm not asleep, so I thought I would donate for the first time. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. I'm sorry I missed it. Please be rough. Oh, found Geeks and Gamers after TLJ fiasco. Thought I was the only one who hated it. Thought I was crazy, and that led me to the toxic rabbit hole. Hail Friday Night Tights. Thank you, Finrod for $4.57. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. Iron Maiden's The Writing on the Wall video is heavy metal 81. Even if the song is subpar, boring as fuck, you owe it to yourselves to watch the video. I will. I did not like the new album at all. I didn't buy it. I was listening to I know I'm a boomer. I have my Sirius XM because I like the Ozzy's Boneyard fucking station, which I could probably set up myself now, but I like it. And man, it was not good. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast, but they are in their 70s, so it's okay. Congrats on tonight, Gary. And remember, when you're in the heat of it, you, unlike Tim, at least have tips that can be frosted. There you go. Well, for now, it's hanging in there. It's hanging in there. I don't have the full, beautiful mane of hair that I had when I was in my, 20s or 30s. Dark Jiu-Jitsu for $25. Went to see Dune premiere. Movie wasn't woke and actually was enjoyable. I haven't read the books in years. Yeah, I liked the movie. I liked it a lot. I wouldn't call it great. I would call the visuals great. But I liked it, and I want to see a sequel. And I was supposed to see it with John Cocozzo on Thursday. I had to cancel on him. I felt bad, but I had a bunch of work to do yesterday. And it's fun work, but it has to get done. When I use the word work, just throw up air quotes all the time. It's not like, oh, I'm going to the salt mines. No, it's just I've got stuff to do, and I fucking love it. WG for $25. It's funny how after young Jeremy was invited into the cockpit by Captain Clarence Overus, he never wanted to fly again. That said, he had been to a Turkish prison. You ever been to a Turkish prison? You like it when scraps rubs up and down your legs? All hail Friday Night Tights Morning Wood with Chrissy Mayer. Oh, that's a good name. Channel Surf for $5. I should have used that. Miss Rachel for $50. Hi, Miss Rachel. Hey, Friday Night Tights. No, I am not Dr. Rachel. I am a different gal. Funny thing is, I don't know any other Rachels. Rachel is Hebrew for female sheep. Rather than that, than a female dog. Ha ha. Love you guys. Keep up the good fight. Thank you, Miss Rachel. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. This should be over just in time for Matlock and Murder, She Wrote. Plus, I'm regular to boot. Bonus. Hey, yes. You want to be regular. You want to get your Bran, and not Bran from Game of Thrones. James Spoon for $5. Actors in ancient Greece couldn't vote because they were professional liars. Yep. And they still are. Nasser Rabidi for $2. Back Creepsters on Indiegogo. It's called Creepsters. I kind of like that name. I'll go check it out. Black Tiger 001 for $2. Wait, Az thinks a bell end and a thumb are close. Well, maybe they are. Sensei Sharkbait for $4.99. In Washington State, 4,000 plus tried to get religious exemptions. 90% were able to get the exemption and accommodations. The rest are getting pink slips. So they only allowed for a certain amount. Well, it's fraud. Justin Wright for $5. I'm a truck driver and I see people wearing masks by themselves in their cars. Now I am seeing other truckers doing it now. Gee, Jesus Christa. Uber Geek for £5. Can we please get a moment out of our busy day to think of Az and how his brain died? Thanks to Batwoman. Rest in peace, Az's brain. Yeah. Yeah, he suffers for our sins. R. Barrett for $15. Hey, guys, hope you are all well. This is for Chris Gore. Has a throwback to the AOTS back in the day, Attack of the Show, which is the best special edition of... What is the best special edition? What is the best R. Barrett for $15? Hey, guys, hope all is well. This is for Chris Gore. This is for Chris Gore. Has a throwback. As a throwback to Attack of the Show. It says has, but it's supposed to be as. Back in the day, which is the best special edition or collection of a movie or series that you've seen lately? I will ask Chris Gore that and pass it on. He's going to be on again. I have big plans for Chris Gore. He doesn't know him yet. Modelicious for $2. I support LGB. Let's go, Brandon. I do as well. Felipe Lejeune for $5. I got 40 minutes in and couldn't take any more of H kills. No story, brain dead characters that walk into death. Utter disappointment. And that's 3 of 3. So I'm going to be reading these out of order. Sorry. White Gretibus for $50. Thank you very much. He says, TGIFNT, love you all. We love you too. Katrina Senpai for $4.99. Thanks for making my birthday fun, guys. Listened in while painting my kid's bedroom walls. That's what we're good for. Go do go do your house chores, your work. We'll be on in the background being dumb for you. Philippe Lejeune for $5. From the very beginning, I noticed from checking off diversity boxes, a cross-dresser, a whole lot of black characters, and a quirky gay couple. So that's from the Halloween 3. Let me see if I can find the first one. Philippe Lejeune for $5. This is the first one. Watched Halloween Kills this morning on Peacock. I'm a fan of the Halloween franchise, especially 1, 4, and 5. The last one was good. High hopes. And then he said he didn't like it. Sorry, man. Sorry. Hope you all are doing great, says J Koto 345 for $2. We are, thank you. Zendek Tomas for 200 Czechoslovakian pesos. Hi, Gary. You always talk about Game of Thrones. I really enjoyed the books as well and thought it was good until I read Joe Abercrombie. He eclipses Martin. I highly recommend his books, especially Shattered Sea Trilogy and First Law Trilogy. Gotcha. You're not the first person to recommend him to me. Gerald Armstrong. Gary, you at the Beanie Compound for $4.99. No, I was actually at a hotel. I was at a Holiday Inn, I think it was. They flew me out. They put me up, and that was cool as hell. Moon Dude 345 for $9.99. Hail FNT. I wanted to give you all recommendations for this fall season. Check out Over the Garden Wall. It's a Cartoon Network miniseries. Think Wizard of Oz, but with an autumn twist. So it's called Over the Garden Wall on Cartoon Network. I'll check it out. How's the animation? Not that Cal Art stuff, is it? Ubi Roy for 20 euros. Someone please make the movie Frodo's List for Ryan. We will. Fuck it, we will. Chris Topher for $2. Help, I can't find the option to filter out Ryan's voice. It does not exist. You have to listen. Michael for $4.49. Hail all and my Yorkshire bro Az from Sheffield. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. We love Az. George for £5. In Rings, didn't a chick defy all the brave men, go into battle and kill the big bad guy because she was a chick? Orcs are totally black dudes, though. Yeah, and they're not. If anybody sees orcs as black dudes, well. Rosie G12 for $19.99. The point of the series is to destroy Tolkien's legendarium and supplant it with a woke one because the left doesn't like the absolute truth themes in Tolkien's work. Totally agree. That's what all of my videos were about. Soul Fiend for £5. The White Hobbit sheriffs are going to hunt down the Black Hobbits, which is why they aren't in Lord of the Rings. Dragon Advocate for €5. Ever notice the lack of black people in Crouching Tiger and Hidden Dragon? Shaking my head. Yeah, total lack of diversity. That and Squid Game. Hey, back off, comics. To him, quarter inch is 10% of his total height, says Toxic Man Flu for $5. Modalicious for $5. Trump is the 80s bully, played for laughs, teaches a lesson. Biden is the modern bully who gets you fired and harasses you into self-deletion. Yeah, give me the 80s bully. I prefer 80s gay and 80s bully. Damon was actually annoyed that they didn't let him voice himself in Team America. Says Penultima for 50 Norwegian krona. Matt Damon. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, and all fairy tale things. End inspired by Shrek. Illuvator for No, I'm sorry, Illuventir. Okay, this may interest you. Strauss versus Facebook for $10 from Alexander Bayon Strauss. I will check it out. Is it something that you're interested in or you're involved in? I'm sorry, seeing that you have the same last name. Is it something I need to Google? Are you suing Facebook? Here, let me check. Yes, there is a Facebook lawsuit about people's pictures being used on the website without their permission, but I think, don't you sign that away? I mean, listen, I'm not a lawyer, but I think that you sign that away, and I think they can use all your pictures. I mean, Facebook is, I don't know why people still use it. I barely use it to share stuff, and I don't know how much traffic I actually get from it. I ran some metrics to see how much traffic I actually get from Twitter, and it's pretty small. It's pretty small. Editor MG for $10. Gary and Jeremy, we are here rooting for you. Keep up the good work, and we love you. Thank you, Editor MG. We appreciate that. We really do. Fires us up. Brightest Day for $4.99. What's up, poles and holes? Or, sorry, what's up, holes and poles? Holes and poles. Penultima for 50 Norwegian krona. I was bullied. Now he has cancer. Good ending. But yeah, people need some toughening. Yeah, the thing is, one of the most important things about getting over that stuff is forgiving your bully. Like, if he was a kid, remember it was a kid. Might have been a horrible kid. He might have been going through a horrible life. He might have put you or me through horrible things. But if I'm in adulthood and I haven't seen that guy or gal, whatever you got bullied by, and they're still in my head decades later, then I have given them all the power. And it's not about justice at that point, because justice would be them getting their comeuppance. That's what we want for them bullying us. Life doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. So the more we let people in our head and let them fuck with us, that there's a personal responsibility part on that. I got bullied as a kid. I think we all did. I got horrifically bullied. I could give a shit. My bully's dead. He died. He got hit by a fucking truck. And you know what? I wasn't happy when I heard it. I wasn't happy when I heard it. Because I knew his sister, and when I grew up, I knew what a tough life that guy had, and he shouldn't have taken it out on me when I was like fucking little. But yeah, he got hit by a Mack tool truck back in 1994. Peter Rossi for $4.99. When someone offered me pizza with pineapple, you accepted it and ate it. That's what you did because it's good. Mo Delicious for $2. The bird, which is the bald eagle. Yep. Patriot for $1. Thank you very much. Speaking of bald eagles, patriotism, frickin' America. Alexander Boyan Strauss. My last super chat, 5 years, Oakland, 89-94 in elementary school. Black kid hated me. Why? Several injured only once. Thank God. Oh, severely injured only once. Thank God. Oh, from bullying? Yeah, like, and a lot. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, some of the bullying can be horrific. I'm not saying it wasn't horrific. We got into talking about that. And thing is, like, it doesn't stop, though, right? And it teaches you about life. For instance, this isn't as bad as your bullying. I'm not trying to equate it like that. I'm just saying, for instance, I run this channel. I run 3 channels. And Friday Night Tights, and people have started going after the show, like out of the fucking blue. This started happening about 7 months ago. Like, nobody gave a shit 7 months ago, but all of a sudden, FNT became this thing, and I that was dangerous, or or we're spreading hate, or this isn't my favorite one. This is the dumbest one. Is they think you guys are gullible, and we have you under some kind of, we bring you in with the algorithm, and then we hypnotize you. And people have said horrible things about us. People have said horrible things about you. And for the most part, nobody says anything. You want to know why? Because we don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These are people we don't know. Their words have no power. Their ideas have no power. I mean, shit, somebody tried to take the channel down because we had Alex Jones on. But you notice they're all quiet right now because I don't give them attention. I just don't, because that's all they want. They don't care about what Alex Jones says. They don't care about anything. They don't care what I say. They don't care what Jeremy says. They just want attention. They saw Alex Jones on, and those channels that tried to take down, they just wanted Alex Jones on their channel. And it's a weird kind of envy and jealousy thing. And that's what, listen, that goes along. That kind of stuff goes a long way on this platform, right? But as far as like, just getting shit every day, it's part of it, and you just kind of got to let it go. That's not to say like bullying hasn't affected people throughout their lives and stuff, and they've had to probably get therapy and as long as you get the therapy, that's good. Yeah, but just don't let it block you from living, if you can. Dick Mustang for $5. Never had strong female characters until now. Lynn Peltzer, Ripley, Peltzer, Ripley, Sarah Connor, Trinity, Red Sonja, Lara Croft, Leia, just off the top of my head. Says Dick Mustang. Gunnar for 50 Norwegian krona. A communication disruption can mean only one thing: invasion. Vanilla Gorilla for £5. As the drinker said, once you accept everything, you won't strive for anything. Yep. APM for $4.49. As you're losing it, you're allowing yourself to be slowly baited into hatred. Don't fall down that hole. It's not better than wokeism. Was that regarding a rant from that night? I can't remember. Edward Maidman for $5. Favorite comic book character has been Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, since I was 10. I'm a white man who didn't know he had Arab ancestry until he was 36. Because it doesn't matter. What matters is, Jon Stewart is another Green Lantern. He's not Hal Jordan, but what they did was they built a character up from scratch, and it worked, and he became very popular, and they made him part of Justice League Unlimited, and it worked. Yeah, it fucking worked. It's taking other characters down and replacing them. That's precisely what we have a problem with. Make all the new characters you want. Don't fuck with our old characters. And if you do it to your peril. Alexander Boyen Strauss. I mixed black and white. I was bullied for my race by many. I was too white or too black. Do I care? No. I am stronger for it. Hi, Gary. Hi, Alexander. And I'm good. That's good. If, surviving tough experiences makes you stronger. It does. So that's why I never look back and wish I wish there's a couple things I wish didn't happen to me, but for the most part, everything that I think that everything that happens to you, everything that happens to me is for a reason. Now, I think there's a moniker of chance in there, but I'm one of those fools who believes there's a grand design to everything. And life is multiple choice. Vanilla Gorilla for £20. Self-esteem was identified as linked to good performance, so teachers focused on giving it to the kids rather than having the kids earn it by achieving things. You can't give self-esteem. That's the problem, though. They are so fragile as their entire personalities are built on sand. Exactly. Vanilla Gorilla, you cannot give self-esteem. So many people looking for validation. You have to find it from within. And I'm sure everybody deep down knows that. Bullies are sexually attracted to their victims and they hate them for it, says Thunderstorm for $4.99. Oh, that's deep. Modalicious for $10. Light-hearted bullying is prep for harder social interactions later in life. The pecking order in school prevents people from going directly to suicide during marginally hard times. Cry bullies can suck it. Thank you, Modalicious, for $10. It is. The light-hearted bullying is prep. I agree. The horrific bullying is something else, and I think that's what Tom was talking about, but we were talking about generalized, like, normal bullying, not the abusive teetering on murder and or at the very least assault. Gunnar for 20 Norwegian krona. Teasing and bullying are different things. Yep. Skybreaker 1337 for 50 krona. I don't know what krona that is, though. Hail, birthday song request for my pal Bruno. Do your worst. I will write that down and we will sing it next show. Okay, got it. Excellent. The word you mean is adversity, not bullying, says Marksman of 117B for $2. That's two. Thumb Ugly for $4.99. I've taken my girl to Dairy Queen after she beat up her bullies. Don't care what school says. Make an example and no more bullies. Also, fight dirty. Yeah, that's the one thing I learned, not as a kid, but a little later. If you're in a scrap, like, you could die. Doesn't matter what kind of a scrap it is, a drunken scrap, whatever. You could die. So make sure you don't die. I would say don't try to kill the other person. That would be very bad. And don't fight. I haven't been in the longest time, which is good because I'm an adult. But I came from a world where, like, it was a daily occurrence. Like somebody was throwing a punch. It was a daily occurrence. And that was my life back then. Delcar's Dungeon. 40 years ago, I was a wuss. Grandmother made me into a wimp. My peers made me knock that off. Now I'm just a wee bit younger than Gary and admired for my resilience. Hell yeah. And you can get it at any time. You can get it at any time. The Patriot for $1. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Asexual is a medical and a psychiatric condition some of us have had to deal with our entire lives. It angers most of us that these woke weirdos stole our struggles with a medical condition, turning them into a lifestyle choice. The thing that should not be for $20. What's up, man? Long time no see. Yeah, Ace. Yeah, it's a I've known people who have struggled with it. I'll just say that. I don't know much about it, so that's why I'm like hesitant to talk much about stuff I don't know much about. Your boy Zach had the right idea. There's bullying, which is part of life, and there are crimes teased in one thing. If cops and cuffs are requested, it's crime, says Black Tiger for $5. Yeah, your boy Zach can like hit the nail on the head sometimes with some stuff, and then he can be just whack. Just absolutely whack. And I think that has to do with, like, I don't think he's a social creature. I don't think he spends a lot of time with other people. And I made up this theory. This is just, I don't even know if I have the term right, but it's the made up theory in my head, and it's called narcissism by proxy. And it's not necessarily like bad narcissism, but it's you're alone a lot and you don't have people to bounce your ideas off of. And it's really important to bounce ideas off people, your friends, your family, your wife, your brother, your sister, your dad, your mom, whoever. Because if you don't do that regularly, all your ideas are going to start sounding great. And all my ideas are not great. They're not. But your boy Zach can like I said, like he can he can be fucking spot on at times, and I like him. I like that channel. I follow that channel. I like it. But he came out with a video today or yesterday that said you're never going to get you're not going to get respect live streaming with a bunch of toys behind you. And I think he was talking about respect of the corporations, and my response to that, and he was talking about the other side, basically. He wasn't really talking about like our side, but my response to that still is, I'm not looking for respect. I'm not looking for respect or validation. I'm just speaking my mind. What happens, happens. I am well aware as a 50-something-year-old adult, I'm sitting in front of a bunch of toys, and it doesn't bother me in the least bit because I'm a nerd. Because I'm a nerd. I think some people dabble in nerddom. I think some people just like one thing, right? But wouldn't call themselves nerds. There's a lot of people who collected comics who aren't nerds. They're just complete normies, but they just collect comics. That's their one thing. But the rest of life, like I am into all kinds of, except for gaming. Like that's my one blind spot, but it's just because I don't have time. Jeremy is rooster sexual because he loves clocks. Says Biggles Mets for $15. Where's that, buddy? Delcar's Dungeon. I read that one already. Where are we? But which movie will be released first? The Day the Clown Cried or Indiana Jones 5? That's a good question. Action Com for $5, seeing that Indiana Jones 5 is delayed 11 months. And do you want to know why it was delayed 11 months? I actually got word. I actually know why it was delayed. And the answer is kind of funny. It was delayed because it's not a priority. The Marvel films are a priority. Simple as that. Indiana Jones can come out whenever. The Marvel movies are more important to Disney than what's looked at basically as Kathleen Kennedy's pet project. I will say recently I got myself like a really good inside source to the company. Now I am limited at what I'm allowed to say or do, and it's not anything I'm going to start making videos on. It'll be, casual conversation and live stream. So tune into the live streams, but I'm not going to make videos on anything he tells me. He's the one who told me that the Eternals is just total garbage. And just to keep you in mind, like he liked Black Widow, he liked Shang-Chi. This person works directly for Marvel. Sits in on meetings with the likes of Jon Favreau, sits in with meetings with the likes of Kevin Feige. I know this person. I've known this person I met him in 2003. So almost 20 years. I can't say much more than that. And again, it's just going to be information here and there. When he decides to tell me, he did tell me some stuff that I can't. I actually have some good news for you, I can tell you. That's like really, really good news. And once he tells me, that gives me the thumbs up on that, I can't wait to bring it to you. Because, man, you guys deserve some good news. But I will just give you a hint. There's a movie out there that's being made that's going to be good. It's going to be good because I guess that the studio putting out has decided they need it to be good. And remember what I said 2 years ago. It's coming a little late, but I said we need the year of fan service. That's what we need. Multiple Ezra Millers being in a Flash movie sounds horrifying, but loading it with Batman, that's fan service. That's a good thing. The Spider-Man movie, bringing Toby back, that's fan service. That's less time for them to be woke and more time to be spent on characters. So if we're going to get kind of a shallow story, but it's fan service, fucking all in. I'm all in. Now, once we can right the ship right? Then we can get into, back to normal. Over the last week, I saw over the Batman trailer, I saw normal nerd debates. That's why I'm like, the Batman could be woke. It could be, but the trailer really wasn't. And what people were debating about was armored costume, scrawny Batman. I'm like, that's normal nerd conversation. It was so nice to hear. Looks like a lot of people are liking Dune. That's good too. I haven't checked to see how it's doing. Which movie? Okay, I read that one. The song Jungjai Second. That's horrible. The Rope is Tied. Hooked me. Drums are universal to all humans, says Kevin Hunts for $50. They are. I play the drums. Yeah, I got rid of I was borrowing a set from Melissa's cousin, and I borrowed it for like 20 years, and I finally returned it. I'm going to have to buy me a new set when I move. Not that I'm ever going to be in a band. It's just basically it's like my meditation. I just go play drums. I play bass. But I have no intention of ever getting involved in anything musically. Again, I did like the bar band thing for a while. It was fun. The Craig Lee Lawrence Experience for $2. That sounds like a band right there. Oh yeah, wish you the best, Gary, on your great reset. Hell, thank you. Kevin Hunts, thank you again for the $50. The Craig Lee Lawrence Experience for $5. Go subs over dubs. Hail everyone. The beautiful Chrissy and the fabulous Chris Gore. FNT for life. Thank you. Thank you for all the support. Sorry, I really apologize. I had a hard time with the show. I overestimated what I was going to be able to do with the laptop, so that's on me. My computer is working, but I've been in talks with the company that built my very, very expensive computer that should not be not working when it's 4 months old. And they kept on going back and forth going, test this, test the memory. I ran a memory test yesterday. It took 4 hours and it was supposed to put up a report and it didn't put up a report. So I'm like, so I just emailed them today. I'm like, you are sending me a new computer. And then when I get it, I'm going to send yours back. And they shot me back going, well, we can't do that. And I'm all, no. I'm going to say it again. You're going to send me a new computer, and then when I get it, I'll send yours back. And then they said yes. Be firm with people. You'll get what you want, especially when you paid that much money. There are no excuses. You pay over $2,000 for a computer, that fucking thing better fucking work. And I paid over $2,000. Okay. East Asia has most of the best entertainment right now. I have spent the last year watching Super Sentai. Super Sentai? Is that like hentai, but Super Sentai? And Kamen Rider, says Terry Spilsbury for £10. And please, I almost want to tell you guys to make it niche. Don't let the ideological invaders come into your hobby. It's bad.
UFO is approaching our sector. Jet squadrons investigate.
Intruder attention. We demand that you reveal your identity.
You guys should have some Vegemite.
It's a trap!
Vegemite.
Okay, Johnny, let him go.
Boobies!
Boobs. Round 1. Fight.
Vegemite.
Boobs.
Big fat titties!
You guys should have some Vegemite.
Chrissy Mare's boobs wins. Tea-tea-tality.
Could you imagine what would happen if the Friday Night Tights alcohol consumption per person was the same as Friday Night Tights frolics? Or Friday Night Frolics. I don't know what the alcohol consumption is. James Styles for $5. John Smith for $9.99. I don't know if the guys drink or not. They're welcome to drink. We've had guests drink, but I do believe the guys respect I think the reason they don't drink is they respect my sobriety. So if they do it, it's like, it's before or after the show. I've never asked them to do that. I've never asked them. I don't ask them to do anything. I always tell them, talk like it's on your channel. I'm not, if something happens peripherally around the show, they're free to do what they want, and we have to remember that we are now connected whether we like it or not because of the show. So all five of us, so if one of us says something, it's going to, yes, people are going to give us shit or whatever. So what? So fucking what? I didn't think SG was I didn't think Squid Game was anti-capitalist. The writer said it was. That's the only reason. That's why I tried to explain to Tim. It's like that's not my idea. That was the writer said it was. I researched the shit out of it before I watched it. It seemed to me it was anti-gambling for the most part. Not anything about private industry. Remember, Korea is anti-communist and for good reason. It is, but the artists are still artists. They're go read the interviews with the writer and see what he says. It might be a bad allegory. I think it was symptoms of capitalism. That's what the show is about. Symptoms. So gambling, he sees as a symptom of capitalism. I wouldn't see it that way. But again, watching it, I had to look real hard to find any allegories for capitalism. But I was just going after what the writer said. Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast for 665. I think YouTube fooks me over because I've been streamlabbing it. Bad connection, fails loading chat, etc. Oh, and comics is a Shire colonizer. Prove me wrong. I wouldn't dream of it. So you're having trouble loading Streamlabs, Manowar 665. Why don't you shoot me an email? And if that's a continuing problem, I will ask them why. Gunnar for 20 Norwegian krona. They say holy war instead of jihad. Oh, in Dune. Yeah, you're right. They do. Freddie the Yeti for $5. Don't know much about comics. Want to know about horror comic manga you'd recommend. Is Neil Gaiman any good? A lot of people love him, Freddie. He's a very popular writer. I would say his best work to me is not Sandman. I liked Sandman. I think Sandman was I liked the goth girls that read Sandman more than I liked Sandman. Does that make sense? Books of Magic. If you read Books of Magic, you can see some Harry Potter stuff. Think of a more adult Harry Potter. Timothy Hunter looks a lot like Harry Potter. He's got a big white owl, and he's a young wizard. And it came out before Harry Potter. Bilbonius, bag of donuts for $5. Despite being only 13 of the population, indigenous hobbits commit 50% of the violent crimes in Hobbiton. Yes. Hell yes, Az is back, says Eric K for $2. Yes. Eric Pipes for $10. Facts. Face the facts. Anything that maximizes losses by Warner Brothers is the action Warner Brothers will take. There will be 3 movies for Dune. There will be 2 Black Superman movies. I agree. I absolutely agree, Aaron Pipes. Anything that maximizes their losses, they will take because they are the fucking dumbest company. And they should be killing Disney. You want to know why Warner Brothers should be killing Disney? Is they have a cast, they have a log of characters. They own enough IPs that's equal to Disney. So the IPs they own are damn near equal. And they can do rated R content, and Disney can't. So Warner Brothers should be murdering them. And what is the one movie? What was the highest grossing comic book movie of the year? What was it? One of them. What was the most profitable comic book movie of 2019? The Joker. Gary, tardiness is just passive aggressive mode. Change my mind, says DD Cod Job 11 for $5. Sorry, it took me a minute I was like trying to get that. How is tardiness passive aggressive? I'm not trying to piss people off. Yeah. No, tardiness comes from a bit of irresponsibility and being overestimating my ability to get things done in a certain amount of time. But it's not passive aggressive. It's not personal. Josh McAdams for $5. Holy shit. That was funny. Hearing Chrissy do Grace's voice. Hey, Chrissy, do one Compound Media subscriber here. Day one Compound Media subscriber here. Love the crossover. Josh McAdams. I'm not a day one Compound Media but I got there remember when Gavin showed up? That's when I showed up. I followed Gavin over there, and I thought Gavin was great with Anthony. I think he should have stayed there. Simply Jack for $10. Friday day tights. Now, this is how I like the shirk work. Welcome to my home, by the way, the formerly great state of Maryland. Weep for us. Simple Jack. Hey, yeah, I was in Maryland. Not for the first time, but the fucking long time ago. I mean, I think the last time I was in Maryland, I was 7. So that was 40-something years ago. Deranged Lunatic, a.k.a. DL for $1.99. Az, sorry for your loss. Yeah, Az had a death in the family. He's been dealing with a lot. And we love him. Nami Brown for 50 Martian pesos. When I say Martian pesos, I can't recognize the denomination. Rangi for $5. So, Gary, how late can we expect Timcast IRL to be tonight? It wasn't late. It wasn't late because I was on time. If Tim Pool coincidentally starts late tonight, I'll die of laughter, says Dan Vask. Yes. No, I was there on time, early. I was there early. They picked me up. We hung out, had a good time, played a little skee ball. I don't know how much they seem like they like me. I don't know. Statistically speaking, that's how you know you're about to be lied to. 73.4% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Fact check me. Dick Mustang, I wouldn't know. I trust you. Inside every man are 2 wolves. One is super gay. The other is Lamont Cranston. Please only feed one. Disregard stocks invested in lead. Says White Knight Leo for $5. Lord Thundercock for $4.99. Job cucked out and mandated the potion. Going to walk. I just got promoted to. Fuck. That sucks. Private Halo 117 for $4.99 was fired today for reading Commissar Keen novel at work. What do you think about the as appealed and denied? What do you think about that? As appealed and denied, what's your thoughts? What's the Commissar Keen novel? What's it about? You got fired for reading. Okay, well, were you reading it while you should have been working? Or were you reading it like on a break? I don't understand that. That sounds like insane. Fuck that job. Yellow Spider-Man for $5. Happy New Year to future me when Gary finally reads this on the Super Chat Square Up. Is Superman still kissing underage pink-haired femboys? Yes. Yellow Spider-Man, yes. Kevin Hunts for $50. I think you need Shane Gilly on Friday Night Tights. He trashed most superhero movies on podcasts. Okay, I don't know who he is. But thank you for the $50, and I would bring him on. I'll bring anybody on. Les Chevaliers de Luz. Les Chevaliers de Luz. Who's very much for representation. Hail all. Hello, Mr. Az. This is a courtesy super chat. We will be sending you. Sir, please stay calm. And I physically can't do what you ask, sir. Sir. Thank you. Le Chevalier de Les. Ryan Gingras, I don't know, $20. Hail all. Have any of you seen the Aaron Clary alternate platform stream? Basically, some of the men's channels here on YouTube meet and talked about how they are going to have to jump ship. You guys should have a similar plan. I have a plan once I move. I do have a plan once I move. Wander Males for $50. Thank you very much. All Hail Friday Night Tights music video was amazing, and a late happy birthday to Dan Vask, which was last Wednesday. And happy birthday, Dan. We appreciate it. Bob Dorsey for $100. By the way, these will be read tonight, Bob. Good luck on Tim Pool. He's always struck me as a massive fence sitter. Hope your conversation goes well. And hail Friday Day Tights. And hail to you, Bob Dorsey. Hail to you. Patrick Ells for $50. Oh, my goodness. Is Wakeda joining you again because you're super tardy and very fruity? No. But I would recommend you all go watch Nick Ricade's video about principles. Video, live stream. Ledart for 100 Czechoslovakian pesos. Hail Friday Night Tights. Nice to finally watch you live at a reasonable time and not at 3 a.m. You guys are awesome, and I love your show, and we love you. Thank you for supporting us. I appreciate it. Toxic Man Flu for $50. Because I want to point out how great of an astronaut comics division would be. Just the fuel savings in launch mini division into space could feed starving children. All of them. Hashtag natural born limbo champ. You're in that. Toxic Man Flu. Leo Fisher for $50. Says, consolation for Az's loss. Prayers for Az, family, and friends. We love Az. We love Az. Darius Munchausen, thank you for the $1.49 super sticker. I appreciate it. James Brow for 25 pounds. First time, be gentle. I'll be gentle. Thank you. Wanted to spread some of my good karma because good news today. Dan Vask did an awesome job with the video. Said in a tweet that Friday Night Tights is all about the fans who have an amazing connection with that panel. Yeah, God dang it. I've been so busy. I haven't put that video out there. I'm going to do that right after this. Keaton Smith for 2 pounds. Hail Friday Night Tights. Hail. Low Track 2000 for $20. Hail Friday Night Tights. Friday afternoon tights. Good to see Chris back. He seems to fit into groups well. Of course, it's always good to see Chrissy and the rest, even Ryan. Thanks for improving the rest of my workday. You're welcome. And thank you for the $20. Ben Parker for $2. It's my sister's birthday. Please sing to Brittany. Okay, we got to. All right, we're singing some birthday today. You're going to hate it. And the final super chat from last week's Friday Night Tights prior to Tim Pool with Chrissy Mayer and Chris Gore. As his favorite show, Batwoman is back. If the first episode is any indication, the network has increased the show's scissoring quota. God knows the show was lacking in that department. Plus, frat boys hang out in sewers. Who knew? Now that's writing. Thank you, Enoch Maman, for the $50. And yes, I have a Batwoman video out on the main channel, so please go check it out if you're watching this. And we are on to the next one. Darth Gorbag for $15.15. I recommended you check out the show Coupling. It's a British sitcom that ran from 2000 to 2004 about dating and sex, where all the humor is in the dialogue. It's brilliantly written and hilarious, and written by Stephen Moffat. My camera was crooked there. And I've seen it. Darth Gorbag for $7.77. Part not with too tart of a fart, lest a shart break your heart. Napoleon Bonaparte, says Darth Gorbag for $7.77. Beautiful words there. Beautiful words. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. Kerp, stop being so negative and take a breather on the reefer. Capiche? The something of Boris for $5. Shang Xing Shang's profits are the size of a tangerine. A tangerine. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. It's time for yo. Yup. A Kerp. Captain Spire for $5. 2 super chats for $5 each. It's impossibly difficult to discuss Star Trek, Star Wars, comics, and Doctor Who without hitting the curb of politics. We were always blissfully content with never talking or mentioning it in our favorite classics. But it's this generation of producers and writers who have done every single thing they could to push into every single episode the elephant in the room that becomes the whole damn circus. It's not Gary's fault. He or his platform gets political from time to time. Thank you, Captain Spire. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. It's part of it. It's part of it. It really depends on the guest, too. But you have my promise. We will always keep it on the nerd. Keep it on the nerd. We're going to drift. Friday Night Tights is a chat show that's talking about... Friday Night Tights covers all of culture, and the rest of my channel covers pop culture. For example, Alec Baldwin accidentally killed a woman. Now, you're seeing this out of order. But I'm going to record an intro later talking about that. But I didn't make a video. And the reason I didn't make a video is because a dead person is involved. It's the same reason I wouldn't make a video about that YouTuber, that poor young girl who went on in the van and got killed by her boyfriend. They just found her boyfriend's body dead. I am not judging other people for making videos on it. People can make videos on whatever they like. But when it gets into, especially people with family, right? So it's not fun. This is supposed to be a fun channel. I'll get into serious subjects, but I stay away from stuff like that. I'll let the other guys make videos on it, and I'll watch their videos, and I'll support it. And I 1,000% support, like Ryan made a video on it. Fuck yeah, make a video. I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to go there. Some of the stuff I saw talked about Alec Baldwin, who I don't like. Have never liked. I think I liked him in the 80s before I knew what his politics were. But he's been horrific to other people. But there's like dead people involved. And I just, nah. But my last 2 videos were, which drives the channel, were completely pop culture. Go check them out. Batwoman and my Dune review. And I need to see Dune again. I am going to see it again. I did like it. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but I liked it. Barbara Broccoli, you daft cow. You signed off on the killing of Bond like it wouldn't have repercussions for the franchise. You do not kill Bond. What is it with Hollywood and subversion of expectations? This one hurt. I even shed a few tears. No respect, says Butterbiscuit92 for $5. Yeah. You ended the story, dipshit. You can call a girl dipshit, by the way. You ended the story. And it's the same mistake they made with Doctor Who. You gave the Doctor an origin. You gave that story a beginning. Doctor Who is not supposed to have a beginning. It's supposed to be about traveling around in time, and this being is beyond our understanding. Like the Doctor's origin, even if it was presented to us, we should not be able to understand it. Which we never should have been presented, by the way. You don't show the Doctor's origin. You don't show James Bond's ending. Just, that's why I don't like them willy-nilly killing superheroes unless they're going to end the story. It became a publicity thing. Well, now it's just turning them gay. So maybe that's tantamount to killing them. If it's an icon and it has nothing to do with you being gay or anything, make all the new gay characters you want. I don't care. Superman is Superman. You go after Superman, people see that as ripping down a statue. They see that as taking something. They don't see it as progress. It does damage to your cause. Wise Old Deaf. Hail Friday Night Tights from England. Love the show. Would love to see Robert Barnes and Viva Frey as guests. Thanks for the show. Fuck Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, we have already reached out to Robert Barnes. There we go. Danger Casey for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights. When the Tolkien Society went broke, I started a new Tolkien webinar. The next one is on October 16th. Check it out on societyoftolkien.org. Societyoftolkien.org. Sorry. Danger Casey, thank you, and I will check that out. KBiz for $50. I can always count on you guys for making Friday awesome. Thanks. You guys all rock. You rock, KBiz. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keaton Smith for 99 cents. Thank you for the donation. It is appreciated. Francisco Valier for $4.99. Is the guy in the center square the Truckee River Killer? Yes. How did you guess? Gary, have you ever been through Valley Center, my hometown? Lazio, the instigator for $5. Many times. Many times. As a matter of fact, if I look this way, I am looking at the hill that Valley Center is right behind or on. I played basketball in Valley Center, and it was in my junior high basketball team went 17-1. The team we lost to was Valley Center, who had some 6'4" eighth grader that I was up against, and the guy just threw me around like I was nothing. Because in eighth grade, I think I was 5'9". I hadn't finished growing yet. I'm 6 foot. And that beast who had a beard in eighth grade. No, he didn't have a beard, but he was huge. Toxic Man Flu of Dick's Division. Shout out to Drunk 3Ps. Gary, you should just release it in parts. Edward Morris for $1.99. The Picard review, maybe. Maybe. That is a thought. The Woke Breaker for $4.99. See, now it's built up, and it's like, now it has to be the best thing I've ever done. And it was down to procrastination because, what really stopped it was my computer issues lately, because I was making some headway on it. The Woke Breaker for $4.99. Working out to FNT. Hail, keep up the good work. Need some feedback on characters for me. Story. Are you typing this while you work out? Syndosmos Soteria. The Protector's Oath. Best show on YouTube. Wow. Okay. I will. I don't know what you needed feedback on from your story. Feedback on characters from my story. For my story. Email me. Gary at nerdrotic.com. Counter-Strike for $20. Just saw a report from an international paper from Southeast Asia, admitting No Time to Die is the first movie outside of the Chinese box office to break 100 million. And let's not forget that Shang-Chi is an absolute triumph. Dan C. for £5 British. When you put a young girl out on the mainstream media like Greta to exploit a child for an agenda, you don't need more evidence than they are corrupt. Could not agree more. It's foul. Paolo 30, the Italian guy, for 5 Canadian pesos. I read that Dune had grossed 103 million and it hasn't officially released yet. As a fan of Herbert's universe, I am very optimistic. Yeah, it depends on what it grossed on yesterday. And I don't know what it grossed yesterday. I can look. Dune Friday box office. I'm sorry, Thursday box office. Dune Over the Moon Thursday with 5 million. 5 million in previews, not very good. They're calling it impressive. Venom did like almost 3 times that, twice that. Let's see what Dune's production budget was. Dune budget. I mean, hey, 165. Man, fucking Dune looked better than most $200 million movies. And it was only 165 million. Yeah, I mean, if they make their money back, they'll make the sequel. I want them to make the sequel. I have no faith in Warner Brothers as a company. But if they but it's great if they make a sequel. I thought the movie was good. Gary, have you ever I read that one. Just saw a report from international paper from Southeast Asia admitting no time to. Okay, I read that one. Love the stream, you guys and gals on Friday Night Tights. I can only hope that one day half the audience would raid RGE with Bird as a prank. Raging Golden Eagle, Flash the Mystic. It never hurts to ask. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. Megan Lee for $9.99. Hail, thank you for the laughs. We all truly needed this. Also, thank you for bringing on and highlighting so many different creators, artists, entertainers. You're welcome. We try to mix it up a little bit. We are going to do once in a while. I think we're going to just do a show that will be guestless. It'll just be us. We're going to do a Halloween special and we're going to have the Drinker and Mahler on together. That's going to be fun. Hail. Thank you for the laughs. We truly needed this. Also, thank you for bringing. Oh, I just read that one. The Woke Breaker for $4.99. Who's excited for the Agatha Harkness spinoff? Oh, I am. Marvel can go jump off the bridge and take Carol Danvers and Agatha with them. Hail, my boys. My boys hate this crap. We all put it in one word. I'm like, shade? Oh, hate. Got it. Steve Carruthers for 15 Canadian pesos. Man-strating, going through a monthly cycle of ridding yourself of all your male toxicity. It may feel messy and you may want to cover it up, but don't just let it all go. It's the natural right thing to do. Okay. 860 Saying God for $1.99. Tagged you guys on Twitter asking a question. Is your name here the same on Twitter? That's my question. But thank you for the $1.99. Nate D for $3. Non-stop retreads. Exactly. Royal Raptor for $1.99. This is physically making me cringe. Editor MG for $5. Good to see you guys back. Good to see you back from the drive, Jeremy. Joseph Bernard for $4.99. I think it's great that Friday Night Tights has grown to the point of getting celebs like Zach Braff and H. John Benjamin. Hail. F name I name for $5. The Jaina Bourne movie is the equivalent of Jason Bourne carrot chopping Transformers. Jesus, what the fuck? Optimus Primer for $5. Never Say Never Again, 80s, and The Rock, 90s, were the last real 007 movies. Protege Music for $5. A Gary is never late. In fact, he arrives precisely when he means to. This is true. Optimus Primer for $5. The Reform of Bond, Never Say Never Again. I'll know. The Reform of Bond, Never Say Never Again. I'll know fact. 80s James Bond with Sean Connery. The name is a slap at Sean Connery. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that's what he said. The Fixer 1 for £5. They used the Metal Gear Solid nanobot plot in No Time to Die. To me, it's done. Craig was miscast as Bond. He's a charisma black hole. Yeah, after Casino Royale, I agree with you. Do you think The Rock is a Bond movie? Gerald Armstrong for $4.99. I've never looked at it as a Bond movie, but I will, next time I watch it, I'll try that perspective. Double OG7, I'll take a gin and juice, says Kevin Hunts for $5. All right. Well, to be honest, there is an authority boot on our neck right now, says Optimus Primer for $2. Yeah, there really is. Hey, Gary, I plan on sending you Attack on Titan to experience it, but what format would you and Az prefer? Colored manga or English? Or English anime? What's the manga or anime? Probably anime. If you ask me, my preference right now is anime. It's easier to watch something than read something right now. Plus, I have a ton to read. Fragga boom for thank you, Darius. Thank you, Darius. Fragga boom for $4.99. Thanks for saying my name right, Jay. Fragga boom. Big respect to the panel. Froggaboon. Optimus Primer for $5. That was awesome. F name my name for $5. Help. I'm trapped in a bit and I can't get up. Super Nate for $2. Wait a minute. Quarter Black Garrett had sex? Yes. Shark Tits. Mice Elf, says Emery Calamay. Brian McCann. Gary, I have a friend selling his huge comic collection. I DM'd you on Twitter, his Facebook, Twitter links. He is John Zelenick, the RPG artist. Huge Marvel and DC back issues. I will check that out, Brian. Yeah, because I've people want to sell their collection and they have Bronze Age back issues in it. I'm interested. Alex Jones was right. The water made my frogs gay, says Ultra Death 1 for $5. Red Ring of Death for $5. I like Michael, and Michael might be my favorite thing ever, and I can't stop laughing. Yep. Narc Mormon for $501. Yo, Stallonians, keep on punching. Yo, yep. Captain Caboose for $5. I'll be back when the MTR BS stick is over. Yeah, the skit went on and on and on. What the fuck did you just say that he is a he? Uh-oh, sorry. Star Killer Obi for 25 Martian pesos. Jason Frost for $10. First time doing this, but did anyone else feel like the new Venom movie was a terrible romantic comedy from the 2000s? Yes, I did. Did you see my review, Jason? I said it's a movie. It feels like a movie that was made in 2003 and they pulled it out of a time capsule. Hey, we're listening here for £5. We respect the Michaels. Will the FNT crew vow to never play Sun City until Nelson Mandela is freed? Cuba! I ain't gonna play Sun City. Oh, shit. Fucking Perry's gonna clip that. Michael, your son Allison should be proud of you, says Joseph McDermott for $2 Australian. The Physically Challenged, the Physicality Channel for $5. I'm the Mentally Challenged. Leaving this vid for you. You Are Here podcast, which is live now and has good audio. Okay. Thanks for paying $5 to say that. Sorry, the audio was bad. That is StreamYards. It was not my fault. I couldn't do anything about it. John Doherty for 5 Canadian pesos. Thank you. Thank you. Boost guest audio levels, says Brightest Day for $2. Okay, guys, we can't. Through StreamYards, there is no audio control. So the guests have to boost it themselves. And, they didn't test it beforehand, and there wasn't a lot I can do about it. Cy Brav for $5. Is Craig a Trump voter? Probably not. Craig. I thought you were talking about one of our guests. I don't know. The physicality channel for $2. Fix your uneven audio volumes, boomers. We still can't. Loose Cannon for 1984. Thank you for the $1.49. F name I name for $2. The reverse Bechtel test has been passed. Thank you. Andrew Jackson for $4.99. Can't wait to see you on Timcast IRL. Thank you. And you guys showed up in droves. I loved it. Hail all. Just a word for Az. Les Chevaliers de Louis. We love Az. They did a James Bond They did to James Bond what Rianne Johnson did to Jake Skywalker. Hail, Gary. Thank you. Mar Storytime for $4.99. There are many who disagreed with me, but it's the subtleties you need to look at. It's a lot like Mad Max, Fury Road, a movie I walked out of liking, but there is so much, people were saying the feminist messaging was overblown. No, it wasn't. It was very heavy-handed. But it was, in 2015, it wasn't when we were surrounded with this stuff. Still great action in that movie. And it's a fucking achievement in directing. John Arbuckle for €5. Hail, I noticed after watching the new Bond film that it shares some similarities to Logan, yet one is praised and one is criticized. Your thoughts? I will absolutely answer that question. When I walked out of Logan, I liked it. And I've never seen it again. I've only seen it once. Logan is not James Bond. We don't have 50 years of a serialized character. Logan is in an alternate universe of an alternate universe that we're not really sure about. They're kind of vague about it. It's a one-off. And I think it worked for Logan. It doesn't work for James Bond. James Bond doesn't die. If you do the James Bond is dead thing, then you ended the story. Now you can reboot it, but now it will be a rebooted James Bond. Every James Bond we saw before that, even in the Craig universe, felt like it was all part of the same world. Now we're doing multiverse Bond. And the reason they did this was not for creative reasons. They did it because it would subvert expectations. Logan, I believe, was a creative choice to say goodbye to Hugh Jackman, but it did start a lot of this garbage. But Logan wasn't cucked in his movie. He was still Logan. But the biggest difference is I didn't watch Logan for 50 years. We watched Logan for 10 years or 15 years or whatever. And the films were wildly inconsistent, and he wasn't even the main star of all the films. He was just a piece of them. We're not talking about the iconic character of James Bond that is part of the fabric of an entire country. We're talking about a very popular superhero. I would say in the top 10, maybe even the top 5. But James Bond is more of an icon than the film Wolverine. Bionic Belly Button, thank you for the $1.99. Bionic Belly Button, thank you for the $1.99. Chuhu, thank you for the 9 Swedish krona. Brightest Day, thank you for the $5. Shib to the moon. Shatner was in space. That was fucking awesome. Darth Gavel for $5. There are more people sticking around in the chat to see an extremely late Gary than Biden had at any of his broadcasts. Hail Friday Night Tides. Hail. Bionic Belly Button Thank you for the $1.99. Bionic Belly Button. Thank you for the $1.99. Chris Persia. Thank you for the $1.49. Darth Gravel for $5. Pardon my French, Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Run. It's Gojira for $10. Statistically speaking, at least one person probably died waiting for the show to start. Love you guys. Cough. Yeah. Again, sorry. I was traveling. I do everything myself, and X-Ray Girl was not there. So that created some problems. Whatever's taking so long, it's Ryan's fault. Yep, it's Ryan's fault. Das Gecko for $2. Jeffrey Paris for $5. This feels like when I'm in class and it's okay because the professor is late too. I'm half expecting Dave Landau to have drawn a male part on the stream. Maybe. We got to get him on. Larry, thank you for the $1. Optimus Primer for $2. To be fair, Gary has been having problems with the new PC. Yep. I have been having problems with a lot of stuff, and I'm still having problems with the new PC. And I yelled at, what the hell just happened here? MMMax7314 for $4.99. I quote, "A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to." Gary at Nerdrotic, exactly. Agent Zero for $5. What the hell for Gary's new computer fund? Thank you. No, I have paid so much money for this computer. After I record this, I am giving them the phone call again because I just sent an email going, send me a new computer. Just send me a new computer. Let's go, Brandon. The Lone Space Marine. Thank you. Stunning and Brave for $4.99. Bad news. Hurt my back and have time to work off. Good news. I get to watch FNT live tonight. Thank you. Optimus Primer for $2. The late shit is getting old and insulting. Sorry, Optimus Primer. It's not personal. I biased and compressor the size of a tangerine. A tangerine. Eric K for $2. Anyone I missed today, hello, I'm sorry, not 100%. Thank you. Agent Zero for $5. There's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark out, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Thank you. Sam Whiskey for $4.99. Thanks to Daniel Craig's shenanigans. George Lazenby is now the second favorite Bond. Check out movie about him called Becoming Bond. It's amazing. I've seen it, Sam Whiskey, and it is. Benjamin Flensborg for 20 Danish krona. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Java Bean for $2.99. Hail, everyone. Y'all keep us sane in Australia. Hell yeah. And you're keeping us sane. Footnote for $5 British pounds. Oh, €5. I'm sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smash them like buttons, you guys. Thank you. Big love for the big show. All hail Friday Night Tights. Thank you, Culture Casino, for $5. Stargate 404 for $5. Heart goes out to Az. We've all been there, brother. Father Miller, Odin, and I are praying for you. God bless and Godspeed. Thank you. Not another dime. Always starts it out with $1.99. Thank you very much. Horror Amarada for $10. Hail Gary, Az, Mahler, and It's a Gundam. Here's another few bucks to lose in Vegas while you mispronounce my name. Much love. Drive safe and have fun. Thank you. Manowar 665. And we did. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. Thanks, Gundam. I'm now able to cry laughing while punching the wall. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast. Gary, it's pronounced Tinian. Now say horror. Manowar 665. The Batman slaps Robin meme comes to mind. It does. Gesture of Roanoke for $1. I like how in the last panel of the comic where Tim decides to go to a date with a dude, it's completely white background, as if white hot nuclear fire has engulfed Gotham, ending this story before it begins. Seriously though, why are these artists so lazy? Because they just don't have it. They only learned how to draw people and not everything else. Hey, gang, just a quick recommendation. If you're looking for an entertaining hero movie, try Major Grom, Plague Doctor. It's a Russian-based comic book movie with an intriguing plot and likable characters. It truly embodies what a hero movie should be. Says Kyoshin for $5. Thank you. Grey Ghost for $3. I remember most people seeing superheroes and saying, I want to be like them. At some point, it moved to, I want a character to be me. A good point. Characters used to pass through decades of contributors from so many walks of life who found creative ways to move on. Yes, indeed. Super Nate for $10. Idris Elba is playing Knuckles in the Echidna in the Sonic 2 movie. These are words I can't pronounce. Sorry. Hey, Sonic 2. Got a Sonic 2 because of the director. Any ETA on the Big Five powwow? Cheers, fellas. Not really sure. Peppermint oil capsule for £2. Cecil says, I'm with Az on GILFs. Nothing hotter than hearing don't pull out. I've had a hysterectomy. Oh. B. Cupley for $5. I love you all dearly, but alas, I only have one favorite. Throws down knife. See that it's sorted. Oh, okay. Well, they'll be in bad shape then. Lord of the Rings was trimmed in half, but its first publisher, I'm sure Gary would want to see the other half. I'm told it's all fluff, though. I like it just as it is. Just as you are. Have you read Darth Plagueis by James Luceno? Excellent book and should be canon. Do you think there is hope for future Disney shows? No. And I think a lot of people are pinning hopes on Bob Chapek, who is not a creative dude or doesn't have a desire to be. Bob Iger wasn't a creative dude, but did respect creativity. So that's why early on it was good. But I think Disney will be the last one to the let's change this shit party. Gary, enjoy Vegas and remember, always bet on black. Always. Wonton Sombrero for $19.99. Thank you. Human Kirk for $5. This is one more franchise that has not gone woke. South Park. Thoughts on their new $900 million deal? I thought South Park, I didn't like their first Coof special. I didn't. But I usually love them. Hail Tuesday Night Tights. Are you looking forward to a hot date with Chrissy later? Oh, maybe. Maybe he is. Vince and Repeat for $10. That's a clever name there. Hail Nerdrotic as Out of Time Mahler and Gundam. I am grateful the BBC hasn't changed the classic Doctor Who episodes on BritBox to reflect the new Who. I love you guys, and we love you too. And I agree. The Hot Thought for $5. Chris Chan and Cuomo is the same week. Coincidence? No. Short Dress for $5. Gundam, are you ever going to leave New York City? I know you care for your family, but you can do better. Don't be like Guts and with his relationship with Gambino. Yeah, Gundam has to stay right now, I think. We've talked briefly about it, but he's not in a situation where he can just up and go. So we pray for him because we love Gundam. Gary, do you still sell lapel pins? I don't see any merch on the list. And if any other sell pins, let me know. You mean like this? Yes. I don't sell a lot of merch. That's going to change. It's just a lack of time, and I don't have anybody to handle it for me because I don't have time to do it. So that's a shitty excuse, but yeah, it's been time, and Melissa's been looking for a house. Usually she handles that. We'll figure it out. Thank you very much. Tim Drake, nothing gets by me, but buy me. Toots. Yeah. Brown Gaijin for $2. I think Az's laughter today could cure cancer. It could. Rock'n'Sile for $5. Guys, look at who Netflix chose to be Morticia Adams. Oh, I didn't see that. I'm going to have to look at that. Dermy Wormy for $5. Gundam, what do you say to a man that cried because of a Gundam war in the pocket? Get over it? I don't know. The Craig Lee Lawrence Experience for $5. The Nooner, The Real BBC for Canon's Sake, EFAP, FNT, and of course Papa Gundam's TikTok bedtime stories. Who even needs to watch the news anymore? Yeah. Look for a lot of content to be coming from me. Nerdrotic Daily is going to become Nerdrotic Daily. The Nerdrotic Nooner will be back big time very, very soon. We're going to start warming up for that because that help I talked about earlier, I will be getting it. And that's thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys, I'm going to be able to do more stuff. But I'm sorry, it's just been crazy inconsistent. I'm super behind on the Super Chat square ups. I'm going to spend this week catching up on that now that the house is sold. Melissa's going to be looking for the house, and if she finds one, I got to fly out to Texas to go take a look at it. I don't want to fly. The John Beck for $2. Az is going to do himself and injury laughing. He might. Both Az and Gundam have infectious laugh. Laughs. Infectious laughter. Gerald Armstrong for $2.99. Gary, read the Sonicho comics. Okay, I'll try it. Sindek, what's up, Sindek? Damn you, Az. Read the chat. Greater Sindek.com. We love Sindek.com. Sindek.com/1J. Let's see what this is. See if I got that right. Sindec.com/1.jpg. That's what I'm putting in right now. And I'll let you guys take a look at this. And that's what he sent. And he spent time on it, so I had to show it. Thank you, Sindec. By the way, Sindec's the one who made the logo. That logo. That's Sindec. He's freaking great. R.I.P. Tim Drake, you who had your own solo comic for 20 years, a damn fine comic in another timeline. You are your own hero now, a pivotal member of the Justice League and never successfully groomed. Soulfiend for £5. Susan needs red eyes and is paying with exposure. Just another way of saying you sending nudes? Yeah. The 10th Planet for €5. Did you hear of Anime Studio in Japan are going to be handling their own translations to avoid getting censored by Sony/Crunchyroll from now on? That is good news. Fat Steven Crisco Corpse, or Fat Steven Seagal. Gunram Ranch, the anime, for 2 Canadian pesos. People for 2,500 Chilean pesos. Home Alone as, I'd see that. The Grizzly for $5. Andrew Cuomo has just resigned earlier. Hopefully we can get Newsom removed. That didn't happen. That'll be 2 big scalps for us. Nope, we only got 1. The Jackal for $4.99. Gundam rocking the Stedman. I'm surprised you didn't use the Misery Machine, LOL, right? Partly Almsevi for $1.99. Hassan equals when a kid roughs pants and reads Das Kapital. Gallifreyan Avenger for €2. Mahler, but the Nuggies though. The Nuggies. Hot Coffee for $5. Spellmonger, Terry Mancor, Audible. I haven't heard you read any of the super chats because I didn't stick around. Well, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to stick around for every minute. But I do believe you said I missed it. And listen, I miss them, but that one I didn't. Bob 252 for $5. Y'all realize that Stephen Colbert is still emulating Bill O'Reilly on his Late Show now? Oh, did he go back into that character? Idolo for $50. $50. Says Gundam, Mahler, Gary, and Az in one place. Take my money. Also, Papa Gundam. Get these guys on Gundam, at least Hathaway, for the animation, if nothing else. Hell yeah. Irish John for $5. And thank you for the $50, Idolo. Mahler on the Real BBC. Again, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. And now he's a permanent member. Gents, thanks for being Craig. What are your thoughts on Michael Sheen as the next Doctor? Digby Strawbridge for 10 British pounds. I'd love it. It won't happen, but I'd love it. Sweetie Squad for $2. Gundam is worse than I'm in the same depression quest. That sucks. Ragfire, thank you for the $1.49. I appreciate it. Yeah, depression sucks. My prediction for Fantastic Four. They're white, but after an incident, not only do they have powers, but come back as people of color, except the Thing, and he's a token ginge. So not only struggle with powers, but racism. Says Andalind for $17.99 British pounds, or 17.99 pence or something like that. Papa Gundam, late night show with Cecil, has as his sidekick. I don't think Papa Gundam would be Cecil's sidekick. Sorry. The Iron Omega. Super Nate for $10. Not sure which is more depressing. The fact that after next week, Superman and Lois won't be back till next year, or the fact that Batwoman season 3 is coming in just 2 months. The worst possible timeline. Yep. And it's back. And I just got Superman and Lois on Blu-ray. Tipsy Rhino for $2. Gary, did you hear Vegas has reinstated masks? Yes, we found out. Lucy for $5. Even from a story perspective, Robin having to be told he's gay makes no sense. He should be the first to know personal details about his own self. Exactly. Nick Nero for $9.99. Super Down had an interview which I aced, but they don't need anyone for another 2 months, so my resume will go into the pile. Thanks for wasting my time. That sucks. So they interviewed you when they didn't need anybody. That's bullshit. I'll tell you why. Watching you guys, then Doctor Who marathon. Yeah. A lot of companies will, I'll tell you right now, a lot of companies will hire within and they will interview people because they have to go through the process. And that's usually an internal company rule. So they are wasting your fucking time. They are. Unknown George for $5. I've always dreamed of owning a comic shop. I guess I'll work on a toy store with some vintage back issues. Papa Gundam, I love you. # no homo. That's what I'm going to do. Ernesto A. Jimenez for 2,500 Chilean pesos. Lee's arguments are bullshit. Manga used to be hard to get, but everyone sought them because of the art and the stories. That's how they took over the market. Thank you. Xenobit for $500 on YouTube. We get It's a Gundam. Over in the UK with the BBC, we get It's a Transformer. Oh, Sweetie Squad for $2. Give me or don't come Kamala Harris, please. Hi, everyone. Hi. The Iron Omega for $5. It's the name for hobby shops, Gundam. You need extra stuff to stay alive. You do. Papa Gundam in the house. What a glorious day. Here's a little something to offset the inevitable demonetization. Thank you, The Thunderous Roar for $19.99. Thank you, Retro Fraction for $4.99. The problem is that if you are failing in your core marketplace, what do you think it will work? How do you think it'll work elsewhere? That's a great question, and we keep seeing them try to go against the tide. Striker A for $10. I, for one, welcome our new TAT, Tuesday afternoon tights. Overlords. Hell yeah. JT for $10. Now that Tim Drake is gay, how about we make the twatter community happy and make Superman a Batman, black guy and gay, and they make a comic series where they fight who's the top. Okay. They probably that's already in the works, and Superman is gay. Blue Tone 141, $5. Gary asks, where do you get your bags and boards from, or is everything pretty much the same? It's not the same. You can get them at your local comic shop, Blue Tone 141. The ones I get are My Light, so you might have to special order them, but you can get them on Amazon. That's what I've been doing because there has been a shortage. But try your local comic shop first. Please support a small business. Siberius for $5. I just reread Battle for the Cowl, and it's hilarious because Squire and Tim had sexual tension, was thick. Why didn't they just make another Robin? LOL. I know. Valar Morghulis. All Drakes must gay, says Mark the Cyborg. Mark the Cyborg. What's up, Mark the Cyborg for $6.99. Mr. X-Ray Girl. Rave Forever for $5. At the end of this intro, you should add the tag now with more Mahler and enriched with 100% pure Mahler. Pure Longman. Drive-By Commander. I got to scroll this up a little bit. Drive-By Commander for $5. Well, between DC and the Funimation Sony anime buyout, people might have to look independently for any future works or watch and read old stuff. I agree with that. There's plenty of old stuff. When Wolverine comes, does he recover super quickly? Kevin Apple for $5. Probably. Cecil. What's up, Cecil? Blackula is the only black Batman that I recognize. I agree with that. Chris from Michigan for $5. In solidarity with Mahler, I am watching on a 30-minute delay. Can't wait to see what surprises Azka has in the mail. Brightest Day. Bring Gundam and Yellow Flash in from the chat. I tried, and they didn't come in. And we got Gundam. We didn't get Yellow Flash. Edgewise, CL, but we got Yellow Flash tonight on Friday Night Tights. I dig the Harley Quinn animated show, though. I fucking hate it. Edgewise, I hate it. Edgewise CL, you guys rock. Suicide Squad kicked ass. I agree. Hail Friday Night Tights. Hail EFAP. Hail them both. Bobby Drake, now Tim Drake, says Cash Kester for $2. Hairless Primate for $2. Long time, first time. Be rough with me. All right. I need a rough sound effect. Well, I got one. Hang on.
I'm gonna come.
There you go. Kate C. Snake plush kitten for $10. When do you predict that an attempt will be made? Headlines: DC Marvel will decide to make a character interesting. Never. Mark Cretan Studios for $5. Did you like Suicide Squad? Yes, I did. Personally, I think that regardless of whether or not it was a good movie, it needs to bomb or else they'll never learn. Well, it kind of did, which sucks. Cubus SC7 for €10. Hello, beautiful minded people. Did you receive my book I sent you in the P.O. box a few weeks ago? I'll pass that on. Dan Vass for 50 Brazilian pesos, waiting for the news of Abraham Lincoln or George Washington being retroactively declared Mexican gay women or something. I think that's in the works. JT for $5. So now Tim Drake is gay. I honestly want something to make North Star comic where he's straight out of spite. Yep. I would do the same thing. You could make it a parody. Now Tim Drake will be able to beat off Deathstroke. Says Brightest Day for $2.99. What's up, holes and poles? Chris for $5. After 30 years of Tim Drake, finally learned to tell time. Now he loves the clock. Now he loves the clock. Dash at Attack for $19.99. Manga is always better than comics because the story belongs to the creators. Oh, okay, I'm on the right one. The story belongs to the creators. I just lost my place there. Consistency. I encourage all YouTube comic refugees to look into Naruto manga. It's got the lore, characters, and positive messages you wanted. Consistency. I want you to remember that word. That's going to be a theme for today on Friday Night Tights. Classically chained an As story for 10 British pounds. That's real money. Hail, friends. Whether you liked or disliked the Suicide Squad, I liked it. Only thing is certain, Warner Brothers has divided the fan base, alienated Snyder fans, leading them to boycott the Suicide Squad. Yeah, because I think the Snyder fans would have liked it. I spoke into existence, Mahler, third host. Taker 610 for $2. And that wraps up that episode of The Real BBC from August. And that wraps up this Super Chat Square Up. There will be more very, very soon. I'm actually working on them all week. That wraps up this Super Chat Square Up. We will see you next time. Tonight on Friday Night Tights, we have Yellow Flash, and Adam Krigler is back. So he must have got a strike on his channel. And he did. See you tonight. Love you guys. Thank you all for the donations and the Super Chats. It keeps the lights on. It keeps everybody happy. And we will see you next time as my phone rings.
not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
ダメダメダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いを避けても夜ながらに思い出が中にさろくな女やなそれよりも指が外してますさまみろせいぜいするわなんなのよこの涙Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.